Morning, everybody. How is everybody? Well, yes, we're back in allotment. Look at this garden. It's just this. I've got to walk through this garden to get to mine, and it looks like it's actually abandoned. Now, I did probably about a month ago, even 2 months ago, send an email to the council to see if I could take that on, but I've never heard anything. I'm not going to push it, you know what I mean? But it's just going to. I mean, it's as poppies go, that's a lovely kind of field of poppies. But there's a whole bed of strawberries in here. Wait, I can show you. Let's go down. It's just all there. There's the whole lot, strawberries. But anyway, I'm not up for hear that. Today is a bit. I'm trying to get things off my chest. It's a bit cathartic. I've had one of them crappiest days going yesterday, and I came up to the garden just for kind of to try and forget everything, and there was another just a little crappy thing, but yeah, it's been a bit of a kind of crappy time of late, let us tell you. So this isn't going to be a normal kind of gardening video. This is more like I guess a vlog. Yes, let me just sit down. This, mind you, this particular lettuce, it's an Italian lettuce. I'm so pleased with it. It's just lovely. Do you mean absolutely? I mean, this whole bed's actually gorgeous, and I can't really sit there. But I'll tell you what, I'll sit on me bean. So, crappy days, and sometimes even crappier. We got a call yesterday morning, and I don't know if you know, but on a Monday night when I do the live show, Mondays and Tuesdays, it's easier for us because my wife goes to see her dad who's pretty ill, you know, so the house is to myself. Well, we got a call yesterday morning. Melanie had to kind of go pretty quickly, you know, the nurses were saying you better come kind of quickly, and it's not looking good for my father-in-law, to be honest. They've put like a syringe driver in there now just to keep him comfortable, and it's, you know, it's just to see him like that. He's been a lovely dad and a lovely father-in-law, but we're all in this kind of limbo state at the minute, and it's just not a very nice state. Then I get a call off my dad, who, you know, he's getting on. The father-in-law is 91. My dad's 81, and he's having some like little issues as well, which is causing real frustration for them. And I had to fly down to Durham actually, which is, I don't know, probably about 15-20 mile away, a little bit further out of Durham, just to get some shopping for him. He kind of get out, there's things happening, and it's not very nice for him, and I've got to kind of, you know, sort that out. Then I came back up, and I thought I'll just pop in to see the father-in-law, you know, and he's just, bless him, he's just lying there, and it's like, it's horrible. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, we used to go to the club on a Wednesday night, and he was funny, and you know what I mean, he's a lovely man, and just to see him like that. So anyway, I kind of came away, and I came back into the house, and there's Douglas, our big pointer, right in the middle of having a fit on the kitchen floor. And he's had one before, and we'll put it down to the heat. I took him out one day when it was red hot. I didn't realise, and I was throwing the chucker. We come back home, and he had a fit, and we thought it was that. But he had a one yesterday. Now, he was in the house. Yes, it was a warm day. I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know if that's the contributing factor, but it lasted longer than what I thought, to be honest. And he kept like coming out and going back into this fit, you know, and to me it looked, and it was horrible, to be honest, absolutely horrible. And it just kind of chokes you up a little bit, to be honest. But he was coming in and out of these fits, you know, and it looked like he was aware. And I just had to stay with him and comfort it and talk him. And then he would go back into one, and it was just like, it was horrible. And bless him, it's a tiled kitchen floor, but there was like mess everywhere. And we were just about to clean the floor, so we had like this gallon of container that kind of cleans tiles. It was all spilled all over, mixed in with everything. It was covered in them. Do you know what I mean? Poor bugger. So I kind of had to come, you know, kind of sort all that out. My wife, like I say, is staying with father-in-law there, and I thought, come up the garden. And this is the kind of tiny little thing. And I came in the garden. I had this little experiment going where we were talking on the actual Monday of the live shows about, you know, I wanted like some sort of reservoir to like with capillary motion with matting to keep some seeds. Well, I did that, and I got this, you know, matting. Well, let's just show you. Well, I'm going to show you the after effects, and I've got this little video, but I'll just explain what me set up. So I had this tank filled with water, and as you can see on that tray, that's one of these kind of bag trays. I've had that for a while there. That's capillary matting, and I had that matting from there into there, and this is what happened. And as you can see, the whole thing just kind of flooded. And you know, and I know that this is, you know, in the grand scheme of things, this is nothing, man. It's actually quite nice to see something like this, so you know how things work. And it obviously didn't work, but what I'm annoyed with myself because I'm the waterboard, and I should have realised that, because that's exactly my job. Is we take you know, like say like a little village just has got some reservoirs up on a hill to feed that village, and they might have like a couple of reservoirs. So, you know, once every year or something, we'll take one of them reservoirs out to clean it, and then we'll fill it back up, and it finds its level. And that's exactly what we think has happened. It was JB, the young fella in, because we got a WhatsApp group for the potty mouth, you know, for the potty mouth team, and it was and we use that. It's lovely, to be honest, because it's something just like, you know, you do this YouTube and you get a comment off someone, and then, to be honest, the comments, your friends, you know, and it honestly is. And like I say, Audrey's a friend, and Audrey was there when I was just kind of at my lowest yesterday. So Audrey, thank you so much. I was just offloading to Audrey, and we use this like little WhatsApp group just to, you know, keep in touch and just make sure the old fella's taking his meds. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Make sure he's pointed in the right direction. He knows what he's doing. He's got his clothes on the right way around. Them kind of things, you know. But I was talking to Audrey, and I said, "Oh, look what's happened." And I put that video what you've just seen there, I put that up, and it was JB that came up with the idea. And he said he thinks like the water's trying to level itself out, and if it had the same kind of, you know, like, I'll just go back, if it was like a pipe, like a, you know, like a two reservoirs, and just the water was trying to balance itself out. But I didn't realise, and that was within, you know, say 6 hours of us setting it up, that all came and flooded, you know. And it's amazing how that wicking mat, you know, the capillary action just draws that water out. But what I'm nervous about, what kind of really got us, I mean, the tomatoes seem fine, they're just little offshoots again that I'm doing, is, are the seeds damaged or not, you know, because they were, like to say, soaked wet. I'm not going to set it up, I'm going to set it up how Audrey's actually told us to do it, because I did it wrong, to be honest. But I'm just, you know, there's like, if you miss your window of opportunity with seeds, sometimes it's hard to get it back. So, but I'll show you now just how Audrey does it if you want to do it. Like I say, I did it wrong, and that's the result. That is going. I don't need that reservoir of water. This is what I'm going to do. It's not all doom and gloom here, honestly. But subscribe, and then you'll find out. That'll be fantastic. Cost you nothing. Just hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, whatever it is on the website, and it's free, and you get notified. And hopefully you might see some fun as well. So we'll just take everything out, and this is me matting that I've got in. It's still soaking wet. I've got another bit there, but this is how Audrey does it, and she does it in a house as well. So come next year when I'm doing my new setup, I'm going to take this into account. So Audrey has these trays. Now I'm putting mine this way. I don't know if Audrey's doing it that way or that way. Has the trays like that. Then this matting, which I'll actually have to use 2 bits, tucks under. Wait on, I don't know if you can see, one sec. So this tucks under this one here, like that. And this end will tuck under. Now I haven't got there, but I've got some here. This was me. Now I tuck that under, like that. Then these will go on here like that, and that's how Audrey does it. And she says it's been a game changer for her, you know. So we will see, because if that's the case, I'll do a few like this, you know, this setup. And you just kind of fill this up with water so the matting comes up, you know. So we'll see how that works. Like I say, what I'm a little bit worried about is I don't know if I've kind of saturated them seeds or not, but it was, like I say, are you there? It's a trivial thing, that, but it was like I came up to kind of that, you know, like the garden's such a place for me, like a sanctuary. Honestly, you wouldn't believe, and I think it is for all of us. You know what I mean? This is the place where I come and I just go like, the world I just forget the world there, and I just kind of, I love it. Do you know what I mean? Even like say failures. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind failures, but that was like a little, you know what I mean? Like another thing on top of another thing. So strange video, but hope you enjoyed it. Look after yourselves. Take good care.